I'm so glad to be talking to y'all and to be right here sitting with y'all making this video right now. Sometimes we just really got to sit down and appreciate, you know what I'm saying, the things that we have in our life and be grateful for where we at in our life. You know what I'm saying? Even for those of us who may be struggling or, things just may not seem to be going right in our lives, but you got to remember, as long as you're alive, you still have an opportunity to change the outcome and the circumstance of where you are at in life. As long as you alive and you breathing and you keep waking up every single morning and you keep, you know what I'm saying? It gives you another opportunity to get up and get to it and change your circumstance, man. So I just wanted to take a moment at the beginning of this video to, just say I'm grateful. I'm grateful to wake up. I'm grateful to be sitting here today making this video with the people I love, my audience, which is y'all, for those of y'all who tune in. Yeah, man, I'm just grateful, man. I just came in from a run not too long ago, got me a 3 miles in for the day, and now it's time to get to work. And today, man, what we're gonna be talking about is your 9 to 5, man. I know it's a lot of y'all out there that's not happy working your 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? That's ready to get up out of your 9 to 5. You trying to rush up out of there. Hey, I feel you. I feel you, man, because low key, I'll be having those days too, and I'll be feeling the same way. But I've learned to really recognize what my 9 to 5 is for. Now, I'm not talking to y'all that love y'all career, that's committed to y'all career, and ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Don't let nobody come on here and tell you that there's something wrong with a 9 to 5. I feel like now we living in like hustle culture, bro, where like everything is, you need to be an entrepreneur, you need to be a content creator, you need to, you know what I'm saying? You need to make a way for yourself, which is cool because I do teach that you need to make a way for yourself. But you have people out here that love their 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? That love what they do. And it ain't no shame in that. If you love your 9 to 5, if you love what you do, you know what I'm saying? You passionate about what you do, that is fine. But what I try to teach y'all, or what I try to relay to y'all, is not to just necessarily quit your 9 to 5, but just don't put all your chips in on your 9 to 5, because we can all get laid off and it can all end, you know what I'm saying, at any point, at the snap of a finger. You gotta understand, when you work a 9 to 5, you are relying on that company or on that CEO or that boss or whoever your boss is to keep you on board. You know what I'm saying? So I always recommend having multiple streams of income, you know what I'm saying? Multiple streams of income coming in. So we don't bash 9 to 5ers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Is I'd rather you be a 9 to 5, make your bread, have something else going on the side. You know what I'm saying? If this is what you actually love to do, but have something else going on the side that's also producing you income and still work your 9 to 5. Hey, bro, you a hustler. You a hustler. That's cool. I'd rather that than you try to be an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying, and you really not passionate about it. Remember, the key word is passion. You really not passionate about entrepreneurship, but you out here listening to social media and all this talk about you need to do this, you need to be an entrepreneur, you need to, you know what I'm saying? Look, we get it. It's all cool, and being an entrepreneur is cool, and it will get you out the rat race if you're successful. But they don't tell you that the chances of you being successful as an entrepreneur is not as high. You feel me? But if you have the knowledge of knowing what to do with your 9 to 5 income, like investing, like, you know what I'm saying, starting you know what I'm saying, maybe it's something on the side that's producing extra income, but you're using that 9 to 5 check as a, you know what I'm saying, as a vehicle, to for you to put in and invest into other producing income assets. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I teach. Don't just rely on your 9 to 5. It's cool that you got a 9 to 5. It's cool that you want to work your way up that ladder. That's cool. Anyways, now that I got all that out the way, man, the point of this video is I understand what my 9 to 5 is for. And I think that's a big thing that kind of helped me, you know what I'm saying, and motivated me to get up to go work that 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for me, am I passionate about what I'm doing? No. Is what I do cool? Yeah. For those of you that don't know, I'm in IT. I'm in technology. I work in the tech sector. I work in information technology. So do I necessarily love it? Is it necessarily my passion? No, it's not. But I understand what my 9 to 5 is for. And all it is for is for me to produce income to support my passion. And what's my passion? Sitting here teaching and making these videos for y'all and helping people. You know what I'm saying? That's what my passion is. My passion is sitting down here, coming on here, and trying to help people to the best of my ability, spreading knowledge about the experiences that I have learned in my life, and yeah, coming through for people, teaching people. You know what I'm saying, that there is a way out of any circumstance in your life. If you know what I'm saying, you feel like you down bad right now and you don't know what to do, I want to be that support system for you to tell you could do whatever it is that you want to put your mind to. So once I realize what my 9 to 5 is for, and that, am I looking to get promoted? I'm not necessarily looking to get promoted. Am I trying to work my way up the ranks? No, I'm not trying to work my way up the ranks. So I utilize my 9 to 5 exactly for what it is for. It's for me to collect my paycheck, go in, do my job, collect my paycheck. So what? So I could fund this that's going on right here for myself. So I could fund my own ecosystem that I'm trying to build. So I can support my own business that I'm trying to build. Now, let me reiterate, there is nothing wrong with my 9 to 5 workers, but I see myself as more of a creative person. You know how they say you got the left brain person, you got the right brain person. I think the left brain is supposed to be more like detail oriented or whatever, and then the right side is supposed to be like the creative people or something like that. Some ish like that, bro. Anyway, y'all know what I mean. If you don't know what I mean, just go look it up. Hold on, my throat getting dry, y'all. I need to rehydrate. So yeah, I see myself as more as a creator. I see myself as more as a teacher. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I could go teach and become a teacher, but I don't mean a teacher in that sense, in like teaching kids or, you know what I'm saying, teaching the school system. I don't want to teach what the government wants you to learn or what, you know what I'm saying, society think that you should be learning about. No, I want to teach people about my experience and how to overcome obstacles, how to pour into yourself, self-development, self-improvement. And you will see that once you start building on that relationship with God first, most importantly, build that relationship with God first and then pour into yourself, and you also got God pouring into you as well, man, you will become unstoppable. And that's really what my passion is. My passion, I majored in communications. I didn't even major in information technology or computer science. I didn't major in that. I majored in communications. You feel me? I love communicating. I love everything about communication and speaking my thoughts and speaking my ideas. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all that's one of my biggest things right now is I'm continually doing self-development, self-improvement, and trying to see what I can work on. And since I'm doing this YouTube thing, one of my biggest things is working on my communication and relaying my ideas and my thoughts in the way that y'all could receive them. You feel me? I don't just get on here and just come up with bullshit. I don't do that. I actually have something that I need to say, that I want to say. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking to y'all, shoot, just like y'all my homies or just like y'all my homegirls. You feel me? I know it's weird because I'm sitting in this, you know what I'm saying, the crib by myself in the chair. You know what I'm saying? The lights is dimmed and I'm sitting here talking to a camera, but I also envision myself sitting here as though like I'm talking to y'all. You feel me? So I don't know, man. It's just something about it, and I feel like this is my God given passion. Everybody, if you really know me, Now, if you don't know me, because I'm a little introvert, I got both. I'm introvert and I'm extrovert. You know what I'm saying? Once you get to know me, you gonna know, bro. Like, dang, said gonna always drop some gems, said gonna always speak some knowledge, said gonna come with something. But if you don't know me, then I really don't even talk. You know what I'm saying? You might just think I'm quiet or whatever. But man, anyways, back to the point. Once you realize what your 9 to 5 is for those of you that are my creators, for those of you that are my entrepreneurs that want to start your own thing outside of work, you know what I'm saying? And then you have a vision of leaving that 9 to 5. Once you realize that your 9 to 5 is just for you to collect income. Now, I'm not saying go to work and bullshit and don't do nothing, because you get fired that way and then you gonna lose your main source of income. That's not what I'm saying. Don't go to work and bullshit. That's not what I'm saying. But go to work, do your job good enough. Don't overextend yourself, and don't, you know what I'm saying, hit below the bar. You want to be right there in the middle where you coasting. You want to be coasting. And let's be real, 9 to 5s really don't like coasters. 9 to 5 wants somebody that's committed to the company, that's determined in, you know what I'm saying, moving up the ranks, climbing that ladder. That's what 9 to 5. That's what 9 to 5 jobs want from us as employers. I'm gonna say us as employers because I'm still working my 9 to 5. That's what they want. But if you got a vision to leave your 9 to 5 within a year or within 2 years or X amount of years, then you want to go and you want to coast by, bro. You want to do your job where they ain't saying shit to you, they ain't complaining to you, you know what I'm saying? But you going in, you doing your job, you handling your business, so they can't really say nothing to you. You feel me? And you want to collect that check. But this the hard part. You got to make sure that when you get that check, you disciplined enough to pour into yourself and pour into whatever business that you're trying to start. Pour into whatever investments, you know what I'm saying, that you're trying to build, so that you can get outside and away from that 9 to 5. You feel me? And I want to reiterate, nothing is wrong with working a 9 to 5 for my 9 to 5 bros and gals out there. You feel me? Because a 9 to 5 is going to put some money in your pockets, bro. A 9 to 5 is going to put some, let me tell you, a 9 to 5 is putting money in my pockets, bro. I'm not complaining. Do I want to stay there forever? No. Do I see that as my end all be all? No, it's not my end all be all. No, I do not see myself, you know what I'm saying, working a 9 to 5 until I retire. No. If anything, I'm trying to get out this thing within about a year. To be real, I'm trying to fast track. I'm trying to get up out of there within a year. So I make sure that I'm disciplined with my checks. Yes, I pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? I pay my bills, but I'm also paying myself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm investing into my craft. You know what I'm saying? And okay. And some people might tell you, oh, don't invest in courses, and don't, you know, these mentors out here, they just trying to get over on you. Yes, that is true. Some courses is bullshit and some mentors is bullshit, and they just trying to get your money. But you gotta really, you know what I'm saying, do your research over who it is that you listening to. You know what I'm saying? And is that person genuine? You feel me? And is that person genuine? I plan on doing mentorships at some point, not right now, but I do plan on doing mentorships at some point. I do plan on doing coaching at some point. I don't know about the whole course thing, but I do want to start hosting, you know what I'm saying, one-on-one calls or group calls with my audience and stuff like that. Not just as a benefit to me, but so I can actually get that hands-on, you know what I'm saying, experience of helping people. You know what I'm saying? Of helping people. I want to talk to y'all. I want to see y'all face to face instead of me just coming on the camera and uploading the video and, you know what I'm saying, hoping that y'all listen and that y'all feed in. I actually want to see y'all faces and talk to y'all, you know what I'm saying, and offer y'all advice. You know what I'm saying? I want to set up a whole, I might end up getting me another phone or something like that. That's gonna be like my business phone, where I give y'all the number to that business phone, and you know, so I have certain hours in the day where if you want to reach out to me, you know what I'm saying? You reach out to me on that business phone and stuff like that. So I got a whole little idea and ecosystem that I'm trying to set up so that I could help people hands on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to, and then, if this thing, no, not if, but when this thing grow bigger, you know what I'm saying? I want to hire other coaches and bring them on, and we helping people, you know what I'm saying, with their lives and their self-development, self-improvement journey and coaching and all that stuff, man. Look, I got this whole big old thing in my head, but you gotta know to help you get through this time, this phase in your life, this time in your life when you're working your 9 to 5, is that you gotta know that, man, I'm just going in there to get my check. It's funding me. You know what I'm saying? It's funding my dreams. Use your 9 to 5 to fund your dreams. You feel me? Yes, use it to pay your bills, but also use it to fund your dreams, man. You don't want to be going to work and working for people for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You always want to, if it's one thing that I learned about working this 9 to 5 stuff, for one, is not certain. 9 to 5s used to be certain. You used to stay with a company for 20 plus years or whatever and retire with that same one company. In today's time, I'm sorry, but it's really not like that. You might have to do a couple of hopping around. You might have to do some obstacles and stuff like that. It did too. It got to a point where I figured out, I said, man, like, I'm putting in more work for this person, this CEO, or this man or woman that I don't even know than I am putting in for myself. You feel? And low key, bro, it got kind of depressing when I was going to work and coming home and sleeping and, you know what I'm saying, playing the game. Then I'm waking up going to work. Bro, I hated going to work when I had that mindset. When I would just come home, play the game, and waste my time that's supposed to be for me, the time that I'm supposed to be pouring into myself so I could get up out this 9 to 5. How many y'all know a whole bunch of people that complain about their 9 to 5, but they don't do nothing about changing their circumstances? We all know people like that. They all around us each and every day. We all know people like that, bro. So, man, if you really want to get up out that 9 to 5, and if you really want to, you know what I'm saying, escape the rat race, then you gotta know what your 9 to 5 is for. It's gonna help. You know what I'm saying? Once you change your perception of what your 9 to 5 is for, instead of just waking up and saying, man, I don't feel like going, I hate this job, why I gotta work. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to wake up like that, bro. So you gotta know, man, I'm going to this job for a purpose. I'm going to this job for a purpose. And the harder that I work on myself and I pour into myself, the quicker I'm going to get about this job. So let me go into this job. Let me do what I got to do to collect this check. And let me bounce up out of there. And then once I'm off after 5 o'clock or at 5 o'clock, whatever time y'all get off, hey, bro, I'm pouring into myself. Everything is about me. I'm going all in on me. You know what I'm saying? The more work that you put in for yourself, for you, the quicker your outcome is going to be for you to get about your situation. So once I started waking up with that mindset, once I started having that mindset, like, man, I need to pour more into me than I am this job, then you know what I'm saying? Then that's when, my bad, y'all, somebody. But once I was like, yeah, once I start pouring more into myself than I am this job, then that's when I'm going to start to see things change. That's when I would start to, you know what I'm saying, get up out the situation that I'm in. So just pour into yourself, man, and know that you have a purpose. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just to go to that 9 to 5. Again, this is for my creators. This is for my entrepreneurs. This is for somebody that see themselves bigger than the 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not downplaying it. I'm not shaming a 9 to 5 because we need doctors. We need lawyers. We need, you know what I'm saying, construction workers. We need oil riggers. Like, we need those people. Everybody had a place in the world. We need those people. But some people is out here working the 9 to 5 and they feeling like they don't have no sense of belonging. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm working this 9 to 5. I might be making good money, but this really don't fit who I am. You know what I'm saying? And for those people, that's when you know, okay, it's time for me to utilize this 9 to 5, get my check, and start pouring into myself, or start figuring out, you know what I'm saying, what it is that passionate about, that I want to do. You feel me? So that being said, man, that was my message for today. I hope y'all received it. If you received it, anyway, I keep yawning, bro. I keep yawning. That means it's time for me to go get in that bed. I sound old, but look, man, those of y'all, if you received this message today, if you understand where I'm coming from, and if this video helped you today, please don't hesitate to like, share, subscribe. We at 130 subscribers, man. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers as quick as possible, man. I appreciate every one of y'all, so please do not forget to subscribe, man. Hit that bell notification so you know every time I drop another video. I hope y'all got some gems out this video today, and I hope it helped y'all, man. It's your boy, It's Low Key Said. Love y'all, man. Peace.